Okay, we're down at the track. Did you guys just do a couple laps?
Yes.
You guys are running today?
Mm-hmm.
How'd it feel?
Good.
Okay, very good. Well, we got a workout at the track today on the Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer and crew with the Crazy Picker Life. We're getting a short workout here in at the track, and then we'll be back in the office with some things going on. We had a good listing day yesterday. We'll talk about that soon. So it looks like everybody is involved with returns from one place or another. Here's a letter I got from Porsche. Recall fuel pump filter flange reimbursement. Apparently if you owned one of these Porsches, which I did at one time a long time ago, they will reimburse you if your fuel pump went out. That's pretty good that they tracked me down. Don't have it anymore. Didn't spend money on a fuel pump. Thanks for checking with me. Okay, so we got a jump on orders yesterday. Banana Peeler was packing these up. Looks like another one here that I need to refund partial shipping refund for combined order. And then this one is going overseas. It's a rolly cord. Pretty nice one. Sold for over $500 plus shipping. And then I've got some test strips here and upstairs that I have to pack up. I think we got a watch order. That channel's on sale, so it was nice to see a watch order come through. We had one last week for 12 bucks and this one was 37 this week. Hopefully we sell a few more. My sale is running through Friday and inconclusive at this point, but certainly I have a feeling it'll stir up more interest. We did have a $100 two-piece item sale on something that's been with us for a while. That's on sale on my general merchandise channel, and nothing yet today. So inconclusive. I like to run sales. Certainly more people look at your stuff. Sales have been good. Sales have been strong. I've listed all these items. I need to shelf those. I'm running into a big storage problem here and in the back room. Wheeler did a huge listing job yesterday again. I don't know the full extent of it. I think most of it is lenses, and so I need to run those through the freezer. We put them through the freezer, we seal them up first. It kills off any molds or funguses or anything growing in there. It slows everything down as far as that, and it's a good process to do. There is information online on that. You might have to dig a little bit. If you're just selling a lens here or there, if you're selling newer lenses, it might not make so much sense. The vintage ones especially, and depending on the climate you're in, can be pretty bad inside. And you can still sell those. I'm not an expert on that, but we have decided that the moldy ones need to be frozen, and so we freeze them all. And we had a big old infestation of spreading lenses one time. That was not so good. One lens on the shelf spread to a bunch of others over time, and before you know it, you've got a full-fledged rampaging lens disease going. Costs a lot of money. Can't fix it once they're like that. We don't fix them anyway. Some people do. Okay, so I need to spend probably an hour today redoing our shelves down here for what's coming, all the lenses that are coming, all the listings that are coming. We are moving stuff a little faster. We're selling stuff a little faster, but we're not selling it as fast as we're listing it, no doubt. We have a season for camera stuff and it's still coming up. And we're banking ahead for that. We're getting things listed for that ahead. Get some exposure ahead. And then my back room needs about an hour of attention. I'm having trouble putting stuff in there. I'm having trouble taking stuff out of there. I need to spend probably an hour back there recalibrating that back room too. So I got to work on that. I'm running out of time for packing. First step, packing. Okay, well, family demands. Tuesday's our shopping day. We got that done. Shopping gets bigger and bigger. My family gets bigger and bigger every day, it seems like. Oh my gosh, my food bill is my biggest expense. There is no doubt. Oh, daddy. Okay, so lots of stuff to do here. Wheeler went crazy with lenses, so I've got to run all these through our systems. You know, I've already outlined what I need to do. So there's nothing to do but just start doing it. Now, you know, it's sort of like this. Listing is hard for me to get to because I'm doing all these other moving stuff around, jockeying stuff, making sure everybody's got what they need to get their jobs done, ordering supplies, you know, putting band-aids on knees, da-da-da-da-da. Working at home makes it even harder. When I used to be able to separate, I could mentally push during the day, get most of my stuff done, including teaching and homeschooling, and then at night I could go, and if I had extra energy I'd stay late. But now it's all blurred together again, and that really is challenging because the distractions, the back and forth, trying to grab an hour here and then pull yourself up and go do something else that you got to do. It's also easy to get into the trap of working all the time, which is not necessarily what I want. Even though we're during momentum, I don't want to work all the time. Who the heck wants to do that? Besides Wheeler. I don't think he wants to. I just think he gets into that lull. So I would rather have somebody bring me a tote of items and list. I really would. I could just sit there and watch my show, list, crank out 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 items, whatever. I really wouldn't mind doing that, at least for a while. But the grass is always greener, right? So first step is take out the lenses that are frozen. These lenses, some of those, not going to fit them all today, go in there. And then they go back in once they're full to freeze overnight like popsicles. Okay, so the rest of these lenses will just sit in queue until tomorrow when I can switch them out with some new ones. I'm not real backed up on lenses, but if Wheeler keeps listing, obviously I will be. These are digital cameras. I need to find a good spot for those. And these I'll let thaw until tomorrow. They'll be good and dry and thawed, and then I'll put them on the shelf. Now the problem, and I've talked about it a little bit, I've alluded to it, we have a sort of system where stuff goes, but the problem is when you're shipping 20 orders a day or whatever, 15, 20, 25 orders some days, multiple items, whatever, things shift and change, and so I need to recalibrate that every once in a while. I need to pull the cameras out of here. Since we're listing lenses heavy, there are cameras and such in here. I need to pull those out, and mostly those are going to go back there, which means I probably need to start back there and take the slow movers and put them to the back or somewhere else, and then re-stack and put stuff back there. We're at probably 50% of the shelves we had in the other place, and so that makes the challenge even more. Now I may be able to put a few more shelves up here or somewhere in the house, but I just refuse to do it at this point. It's just trying to work with what we have. Okay, so next step is stowing this stuff away safely, and I'm gonna spend some more time here, but I'm always under the gun to get Kate some items so that she can picture them, so they're waiting for me when I take a deep breath and I'm done messing around for the day and I get some listing done. Some days I get a double listing done, but lately it's been single, mainly because I have some stuff coming in, either test strips or like I bought those ink cartridges, a few other things here or there that I've been grabbing that have been laying around, enlargers. I had a sign, whatever. I've got a few other things laying around like that I just need to grab 1 or 2 a day and meter in there and take care of. Some things you can't do all at once, but if you do a little bit every day, a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you make good headway. And that's a lot how my life is. I've got a primary things, and then I've got to pick away at some things or they just never get done. And then there's a list of things that never get done. That list is still there, darn it. So in order to find 10 more items and put those 10 items away, I've got about as much chaos as I can stand back here. I'm gonna have to pull about 10 or so of these totes out and consolidate the items that are listed on my camera channel that I'm listing stuff on. And once I consolidate that, then I can start pulling some other things out here. Now, as far as what's still back here, there's a lot back here. Some of it is things that I don't want to list. Some of it is junk. Some of it are things I need to list. Some of it are things that are good for me to list. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff for Wheeler and I to go through, and or Wheeler to list. And there's even some bubble wrap. So this is sort of like the dump room, and it's time to clean the dump. Okay, had to dig a little deep, put some things that have been lying around. There's plenty more for me to list, but I've got to start sorting through some other boxes. This is an old Graflex field case. Sometimes they're in better shape, sometimes they're not. They tend to go okay. Tripod, another flash bracket. That's just a straight Graflex. I'll have to look it up to see how it goes. A lot of instant cameras, another lot of miscellaneous cameras, a timer. This thing, I didn't know I had this. I've already listed some of the drums that go with this thing, but it's a Bessler film tube spinner. I don't know, it rotates the tubes around with the chemicals in there back and forth, or just all in one direction. I don't know, it's a darkroom film processing, developing thing. This is some sort of a wash tank with a wash rack, with a wash squeegee, with some print tanks. So that's going to be an all-in-one. Okay, and then I forgot to tell Kate this. We're going to have to relist this with all the bulbs. You know, people want to see obviously what bulbs are getting, so we got to have those all visible when we take the pictures. Can't just make a pile of them. I don't think we're going to get a lot for that. We sorted out several ones that are supposedly good, and I haven't had a chance to go back with those yet. There are projector bulbs or bulbs out there that go for 50, 100, even more for some of these strange bulbs. The common bulb is worth pretty much nothing. Somebody does something with them, but they aren't making many of them anymore, so we tend to sell them in lots unless we can look them up and find that there's a track record. And I've got a bunch more to look through, and I've got a bunch to list, but it's a losing battle, believe me. It's not something you want to get too excited about, other than searching for the occasional good one. Okay, it's not looking a lot better back here, but stage one is done. I got most of the stuff that I have listed, my listings, over here in totes, where it was sort of all over the place. I need to continue to sort and condense, and I did get a bunch of stuff that is Wheeler's. When he gets to it, piled up there. We've got some A-grade stuff I need to sort through and get that to him shortly, work with him on that. And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that I just need to start pounding through and triaging. Most of it doesn't go to Wheeler. Most of it gets either thrown out, lotted up, or listed up. So still working back here. Alright, Wheeler's got his door shut again. Running totals. We're approaching $50,000 listed, and we're approaching 1,000 listings. We're at 44,614, 20 days in, 880 listings. We did, after our recalibration, get ahead of the pace a little bit. We had a $4,000 listing day on Monday yesterday, and 60 or 70 plus listings. So I've got, first of all, I've got a, whoa,
Whoa, it's hot.
hot potato watch question.
It's a little sharp one.
Yeah.
It's a little Swatch-esque.
So hey, fantastic listing yesterday.
Yeah.
Got all those lenses listed.
Yep.
And some other things.
Yep.
I'm working on some. Oh my gosh, the noise in this house.
Yeah, I know.
The background noise.
That's why my door's shut.
Yeah, I need to put a door back on my office. I think they bother you more.
Yeah.
So let's see. I got some more stuff I'm working on for you downstairs. You're making quick work of these lenses.
Yeah. Well, working kind of slow, but faster than usual and slower than yesterday.
In general.
Yeah, because I did 10 in like a completely clean, tested, completely listed 10 in 1 hour yesterday night. So
that's
a little bit slower.
That was your big record.
Yep. New record.
New record.
Yep.
How were the listings? Did they turn out like like crap?
Yeah, the listings took 40 minutes. The picturing and testing and cleaning and everything took like 20. So actually less than I thought on the testing and cleaning. But.
Okay, well, stick at it. It's going to be lenses most of the week. I'll try to bring you a few jewels to accent the lenses.
Yep.
I'll probably pull you out later before I go to bed just to look at a tote so you can grab some jewels and maybe do a little sort on it.
Yep, count them here. I'm at 25 items to list and I need 30, so I have probably 6 or 4 or 5 good items. Pull out there.
Okie dokie. I'll see if I can drag some out.
Yep.
Wow, look at that. Floor is clean. Can actually get in here without tripping. You know, I'm less of a perfectionist than I used to be. I've learned just to chill out and let things slide and not muscle things through and not get all steamed up as much as I used to and all that. But I'm not 100% satisfied with what I did here from the standpoint of I still don't I still don't know what's in those boxes. I put them there weeks, months ago. I can't even remember any idea what's in there, so I'm gonna have to get in there sometime. I know this stuff is all low dollar and I would just like to punt that crap right out of here. There's some jewels in here. I mean, this shelf right here, when it's all said and done, no doubt there's $1,000 in here. And so who can be mad at $1,000? But, you know, where that's $1,000, we have totes, just single totes that are $1,000, maybe $2,000. And so that's expensive real estate to be made up by that stuff. So that kind of shelf I need to get aggressive with. Triage, lot up, throw away. Quit pussyfooting around on that. This stuff here in the corner, I've got to triage that with Wheeler starting tonight. And we're going to queue up a bunch of totes for him. And then this is his secondary stuff. There's good stuff in there, but again, we're trying to list $200,000, and from my standpoint, we need to stay on pace, which means we need to put the best stuff first. It's gonna get to the point where we're like rubbing 2 nickels together to get $1. Does that make any sense? I don't think so, but you know, there's going to be a point where the average cost per item, the average price, the average sell price per item that we're listing is going to go down. There's A merchandise we have, there's B and there's C, and we're not avoiding the B and C. I'm taking care of a lot of the C merchandise, and Wheeler is listing some of the B merchandise, but the A stuff, we're putting that first, and that's going to leave us with B and C sooner or later, if that makes any sense. And if we're not caught up ahead on pace, those days and weeks or months, it's not going to be months, but will be tougher listing to make our numbers, and we'll be more interested in going to get some of our other stuff. So, and that logistically is not that simple. It's a time-consuming trip. It's an expensive trip. Any way you slice it. I don't want to do it until we can pretty much take all of it closer to us. Like Hayes has, you know, it's 100 miles away. That has storage that is climate controlled. Why do we need climate controlled storage? Well, this stuff goes bad if you leave it in the elements. It can't handle the heat and cold as much. It gets weird. It loses value. So, you know, the ultimate would be to pare this stuff down to next to nothing, and then we could transfer pretty much the storage unit right here. That would be a good, that would be choice number one. So a lot of it is going to be moving some of this stuff out in this room faster so that it's listed and gone, not just listed and waiting. We're not a museum here. Gotta buy something. People pass through or buy. We don't want to become like the Pawn Stars. That show went off the air, by the way, I guess. Pawn Stars shop became more of a museum where people would just come through and, you know, look at stuff rather than buy stuff. They made their money. There's no worries for them, but that's not the business model I want. I don't want to list stuff and sit on it. I need to sell it. That's a whole long strategy discussion. Fast nickel, long dime, fast nickel, long quarter. What are you selling? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Uh-oh. Question. Okay, just a picture question. Okay, so what's up for me tonight is doing a little sorting with Wheeler, trying to get him staged with some things, keep him in the game, help him stay in the game. He's doing a good job. He's a fighter. He's got his prize for the end of the month. We're on the 10th of the month. We've got, you know, 20 more days, give or take. Probably 16 listing days, 17 listing days. If we can hold it together, he's going to get himself a new hot $200 skateboard setup. And you know, it's things like that that help people focus. I mean, I wish somebody was giving me a prize. I got to give myself my own prizes, and I'm not complaining. We do all right. I'm the last in line. I'm the last for the money, and the money's pretty good. But anyway, I hope he gets it, because we need to keep moving this stuff. And we are on track. We bounced back. Monday was good. So I'm going to list those items if Kate gets them up tonight. I hope she does. It's already pretty late. And she's pretty flexible as far as when she does stuff like that. She's been really good at turning those pictures around. So I can't complain there. She's working over there. I gave her some weird, large, oddball items. I think, I thought I had something else I could list too. So anyway, listing and prepping, sorting. Got some fun stuff to go through here. And then tomorrow we will do it all over again. Thanks for watching. Hey, I appreciate the comments. I do read them all. For those of you that haven't heard me say this, I do read all the comments. Good, bad, ugly, constructive criticism, yay, yay, rah, rah stuff like that too. Definitely like the thumbs up. I don't answer all the questions. In fact, I don't answer very many on the forums, but we do a question and answer session every once in a while. We probably will not do one this week or next week, but maybe right at the end of the month. We got to make our month. Maybe we'll do one at the end of the month or the beginning of August. So keep your questions. We will keep tally of the questions that come in. We will answer them all, and even some of the comments we will answer. I appreciate the thumbs up. That helps the channel. If you liked it, you know, thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. And what else? I think that's it. Pick well, list often. If you're in momentum, list double often. It's the only way you can make it to momentum. Blast off. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer production.